Hi, and thanks for joining us. This is Industry Insights, part of the REMI network of content. Yeah, you know them from all the great magazines here in Canada, but this is the content that we cover off in the world of video. And I'll recommend that you subscribe and even hit the notification button so that you know when there is another interview from the industry that might make a big difference in your business and certainly make a difference in your day. We have some amazing guests across a wide array of content and topics every single week. So please come back and join us right here. Make sure you do that by subscribing. Today's guest is a really good find. We're talking about innovation with Innovation Maintenance of all things. What a great name for this episode based on the name of the company. And Andrew and Aisha join us. Thanks so much for being here, you two.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I'm glad you're here because I love talking about technology and innovation. And well, you've really got a handle on that in the maintenance business. We were talking earlier about just off camera about some of the amazing technologies that you're putting into place. A little bit later on in the discussion, we're going to talk about what you're doing for the planet, which is very impressive. But let's start with technology. Andrew, what is it that you guys are doing that applies technology available to us now in the maintenance process?
Yeah, we have a lot of new technologies, a lot of new softwares. Robotics are coming into the industry, which is exciting. Smart dispensing units, lots of different areas where we can apply technology to help improve a facility overall.
That is pretty cool when you think about it. I have seen the robotic cleaning units, and I know there's interactivity, but to what degree, I'm not sure. So, what is it that your software does, and how does it link to the maintenance process?
Yeah, so we actually utilize a couple of softwares. There's inspection report softwares and all the typical stuff, but the big one in the industry that's changing how we operate is a software called Miro. And that's a three-part software. There's three different aspects of it and how we utilize it. And it's really changed how we see the building living and breathing as a whole.
Let's dive in a little deeper and tell me what it does.
So there's three aspects. The first aspect is smart sensing, which the cleaners on their key fobs carry around these beacons. And in strategic locations, we place receivers around the property. And as those cleaners move throughout the building, it shows and logs kind of where they went and how long they were there for. And what we do on our back end is we put in their schedules that we build for them. So we can see that they're following their schedules, they're hitting the target areas where they're supposed to be. And that logs that. So that way, from a liability standpoint, we have a record of who was where and when were they there and for how long they were there. So that way, if there's any sort of a slip and fall or anything like that, we have a logged database of that history.
It also gives you sort of a tactile understanding of what staff is doing. You know, why is it taking longer in this area? Well, there's more to do. That changes the process a little bit by just knowing that.
Absolutely. And it makes it so that we can customize our services to better fit the building. So the second category of Miro that we utilize is reverse engineering sensors into any dispenser, whether it's a toilet paper dispenser or paper towel dispenser. And what that allows us to do is instead of changing a toilet paper roll when it was, 3/4 empty, now we can change it when it's completely empty because our cleaners will get a notification on their phone saying, 10% life left in the toilet paper roll, which allows us to A, help the environment by, reducing waste, and B, save our customers money on their consumable products that are being used constantly.
I wish this technology was available in my home, but from now on, I will be screaming this at the top of my lungs when I make note. 10% left. In case anybody cares. What else does the technology Neuralink do?
So what it does is the third aspect is population density tracking. So we can put in sensors that tell us how many people are going in and out of each individual space. To give you an example, say we're servicing an area where the fifth floor is getting 1,000 people, but the first floor is only getting a couple, 10, 20 people on a daily basis. Now, what we can do is we can take that information that we're getting and redistribute our labor so that way the areas that need the most attention get the most attention.
That's amazing. It changes the quote at the user end, at the customer end. It makes it a better value for everybody involved because you're only applying dollars, labor, time, and effort in those specific places as required.
Exactly. And it's changed the way that we operate as a business on a whole. We obviously still have a lot of boots on the ground staff that are going in and out and verifying all these things and making sure that our staff are doing what they're supposed to be doing and that we're meeting the appropriate cleaning levels. But what it does is it gives us an ability to kind of manage remotely. Not that we do that exclusively, but we can see how the building is breathing. We can tell where the people are, where our staff are, what the movement is, how much toilet paper is being used, and really just offer a tailored package to our customers that also offers improved service and cost savings.
It's incredible. Now, you're doing all of this with technology. Meanwhile, you're doing something that is very, well, I mean, it's base level human. You're trying to make sure that your company, and to this point, it sounds like you have, taken a real focus on the environment alongside innovation and cost saving. Let's talk a little bit about that, Aisha.
So you won't only find us in buildings or at the office, you'll find us in the field. So as a company, we're trying to give back to the planet. And in doing so, we're partnering with Peel and planting 1 million trees in the next 26 years. So far, we have planted 540,000. So we're getting out there, we're getting dirty, and we're making it happen. We're also partnering up with Veritree to replant 30,000 trees in BC after the wildfires. So we're doing that as well.
Wow, like right where we need the trees, you're putting the effort to make sure that they're
That's
there.
right. Yep.
That's
Both
incredible.
home and in BC. That's right.
Now, that's what you're doing as a group. And by the way, it sounds like a great team building effort. It says a lot about your company on the whole. But it's not just that. You're also part of, I guess, a practice and process now that takes that to the site as well.
Yeah, so another environmental piece that we have as part of our offering is that we are third-party certified by a large international organization called EcoVadis. If you haven't heard of them, what they do is they vet any of, a building supplier, for example, to make sure that not only are they walking the walk, but talking the talk, but they're walking the walk. So they come and they audit us for multiple different factors, mainly for ESG, which is environmental, social, and governance. And the big piece there is the environmental piece to what we're talking to. So what that means is that we're meeting certain thresholds for sustainable purchasing or sustainable procurement of those supplies. So all of our supplies and technology that we have meets that threshold. We're carbon negative. Our supplies are all 80% eco-friendly certified at a minimum to reach that standard. And then we're doing things like cleaning with water, if you can believe it.
It seems completely reasonable that water would be a major ingredient to cleaning. It's almost like we forgot that somewhere along the way. I really love the sound of what you guys are doing, innovation, maintenance. Where can people reach out and find out more about this in detail?
You can reach out to us. Our information's all on our website, and I'm sure you can probably find us somewhere through the REMI network. And we're easy to get to. So if you're looking for us, you'll find us. Search innovationmaintenance.com, and we'll come up, or just search us on Google, and we'll be the first ones there.
Tell you what, we'll even put the link in the description for today's show. Thank you both very much for joining us. I appreciate this.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
It
you
was
for
a
having
pleasure.
us.
And thank you for joining us for another episode of Industry Insights. I'll encourage you once again, subscribe. There'll be more great interviews just like we had today. We'll see you next time. Take care.